My mom decorated and the house was impeccable, but I couldn't sit on the couch. Like I couldn't use it. It was everything was white and it was all sterile and I had to sit on the floor around the couch.
Wow. Did anyone ever sit on the couch?
I don't know. I'm sure if she had adult friends over, but I was like, I'm just not doing that. I will not be living that way. I mean, clearly I have 150-pound dogs all over my furniture. But that left me with a gap, right? Because I know how to put comfortable stuff in, and that's it. Then I go, well, I don't know what to put here because.
But see, that's why I say you know what you want and you have a vision.
I do,
and that's so great.
But I don't know how to finish it.
Right.
So then I always go into a house that looks empty. It looks it looks half empty to me. Where I go into your house and go, this house is full of life, even when no one's home. But mine's full of life because the people that live in it, and a piece or two here and there,
right.
You know, but no one would walk into my house and see a finished,
they will
show palace,
right?
Oh, my kitchen is pretty great.
I mean, come on.
But other than that, everything else is like 80% done.
Right.
The whole house is at 80%. Even my master bedroom, you know, I go in my master bedroom. You have added the 3 pieces of things on the wall, all came from you. I was in the bed the other day going, blank wall, blank wall.
Yeah.
Blank wall, blank wall.
Right.
I don't know what to put on these walls.
Right.
And that blank wall just makes it feel empty.
Yeah.
You know, when you have
and
too
unfinished.
many of them.
Right.
Yeah. There's too many blank walls in my house and too many empty corners. And I just, I don't have the bandwidth to really brainstorm and figure out what goes there. Where it's a big piece, totally. I don't know why, I just have it. But the little pieces, it bogs me down. And then I go, I don't have time. I just don't have time for this. Do you need a plant in the corner? No. You can function with a couch only.
Right.
So I have the couch.
Right.
To have the functional pieces.
Right.
And then once it gets past function, you know, that's interesting now that I'm saying
yes,
this.
I know where you're going.
Myself.
I know where you're going.
This is how I function with my life.
That's right.
I get the function done. There's no frills. That's really fascinating.
So then what does that finished feeling for you give you that the function isn't?
Well, let's flip it on the other way. Why can't I bring myself to the finished?
Nice.
Because
I don't want you to, because then I can't help you. So maybe we should stop this conversation right now.
That's funny. But that is a dysfunction, right? That's a dysfunction in my own mental makeup is I'm only willing to get to function. Right? So I don't get past function. That's why I still buy my clothes at Costco. That's why I still, you know.
Do you not deserve it? Or do you seriously just not care enough?
That's a really good question. Well, I know when I walk into something that's finished, I go, this is amazing. So that's a really good question. I'm going to have to think about that. Why don't I bring myself past the point of functioning? Even, I'm that way, I think, with just about everything. I just get to functioning and then I move on to something else that needs help functioning. So maybe I'm spread so thin over multiple functioning places that I don't have time to really finish. That's really fascinating.
But the function is also like what we were talking about before, which is like fact.
You're right.
Function, you know, stays in that fact lane.
You are right. You are absolutely right because the frills are subjective. Wow. Solving the world's problems today. That's
right for the party.
So fascinating. It's really fascinating because that is true. The function is the fact part of life. The frills make me very nervous.
Right.
That's why I'm always insecure. That's why I will text you and go, what do you think about this panther? And have to have you tell me. This is so fascinating because that is the part that makes me nervous is that subjective part that is people's. Yeah, that's really
so interesting really because for me, it's the opposite. I only live in La frill land.
Right.
And I'm really like, that's because I grew up in a house that ironically, and we've talked about this before, was much more alike than would ever meet the eye. I had the white couches that I couldn't sit on either. But I remember my mom was like, the designer's coming and we're going to redo your bedroom and come, this is going to be exciting. And I sat there, I was so excited. And it was all Laura Ashley'd out. And I wasn't asked one question. I didn't get one input. I didn't get anything. My mom was an amazing designer, and so she had great taste. But when you're 12 and 13, 15, 16, you want to do it on your own.
Yeah.
So I lived in this beautiful home and that had this beautiful bedroom that never felt like mine. But I had a bulletin board. And I would spend so much time rearranging on this bulletin board, like my quotes, my photos, my ribbon, and it was just that, because that's the frill. That's where I was safe.
You.
Yes.
Isn't that fascinating?
Yeah.
That's really crazy.
Yeah.
Isn't it crazy how your psyche manifests in every moment of your life? And you're not even aware that that's what's happening.
I know.
But that is what's happening. That is interesting that you weren't allowed or asked any input except on your bulletin board, and that's where you spent all your time. That's so crazy.